Welcome to Bookworm Breakthroughs, the podcast where we explore life-changing literature. I'm Zara, and today we're diving into the world of self-help books with my co-host, Jamal. How are you doing, Jamal?
I'm doing great, Zara. I'm excited to discuss this topic. Self-help books have been a cornerstone of personal development for decades, offering affordable and accessible wisdom for various life challenges.
Absolutely. The self-help industry is booming, generating over $41 billion in revenue worldwide as of 2021. It's clear that people are hungry for guidance and inspiration. Jamal, why do you think self-help books remain so popular?
Well, Zara, I think it's because they offer a sense of empowerment. Whether someone's dealing with imposter syndrome, seeking to improve their relationships, or aiming to boost productivity, there's likely a book out there addressing that specific issue.
That's a great point. It's like having a personal coach on your bookshelf. But it's important to note that while these books can be incredibly helpful, they're not magic solutions. Research shows they're most effective when tackling specific problems rather than as a cure-all for life's challenges.
Exactly. It's crucial to approach self-help books as tools rather than instant fixes. Now, Zara, let's dive into some recommendations. What's a classic self-help book that you think everyone should read?
I'd have to go with Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's sold over 30 million copies and focuses on improving both personal and professional relationships. What about you, Jamal?
Great choice. I'm a big fan of James Clear's Atomic Habits. It provides practical strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones. It's all about making small, consistent changes that compound over time.
That's definitely on my to-read list. For our listeners who might be new to self-help books, what should they consider when choosing a title?
Excellent question. First, identify the specific issue or area of life you want to address. Then, research the author's background and expertise. Finally, consider the writing style. You want a book that's not only informative, but also engaging to read.
Those are great tips, Jamal. I'd add that it's also worth looking at reviews and maybe even sampling a few pages before committing to a full book. Now, let's talk about a more recent addition to the self-help canon. Have you read Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass?
I have, and I found it refreshingly humorous while still offering practical advice. Sincero really focuses on overcoming self-doubt and fear, which I think resonates with a lot of people, especially young adults and students.
Absolutely. It's a great example of how self-help books can be both entertaining and insightful. Now, we've mentioned a few titles, but there are so many out there. How can our listeners navigate this vast sea of self-help literature?
Great question, Zara. I'd suggest starting with bestsellers in areas you're interested in improving. Also, don't be afraid to explore different authors and styles. What works for one person might not work for another, so it's okay to shop around until you find voices that resonate with you.
That's excellent advice, Jamal. It's also worth mentioning that while self-help books can be incredibly valuable, they shouldn't replace professional help when it's needed. If someone is dealing with serious mental health issues, for instance, they should seek guidance from a qualified therapist or counselor.
Absolutely, Zara. Self-help books are a supplement to, not a replacement for, professional care when it's needed. Now, before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts on the impact of self-help literature?
I think the enduring popularity of self-help books speaks to a fundamental human desire for growth and improvement. These books offer hope and practical strategies for becoming our best selves. Whether it's developing better habits, improving relationships, or finding more meaning in life, there's likely a self-help book out there that can provide valuable insights.
Well said, Zara. To our listeners, remember that the most important step is not just reading these books, but actually applying their lessons to your life. Even small, consistent changes can lead to significant personal growth over time.
Absolutely, Jamal. And on that note, we'll wrap up today's episode. Thanks for tuning in to Bookworm Breakthroughs. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and remember, you've got this.
Thanks, everyone. Happy reading.